Okay. I'm just reading the translation before end of stream. And also still doing the Hare Kora Shana Manandora chanting at 8 p.m. And I'm gonna shut that off before. Why does a speaker sound like mobile? I mean, mobile speakers sound like project fire alarm or whatever that thing is. Gas alarm. Okay. Sorry, almost there. I am tired. I've been doing this for 4.5 hours. Complaining and trying to find stuff to read half the stream. It's not far from the truth. Okay, here we go. Reading the translation, and I'm gonna call it a stream. There you go. Section 91. Ashita Kasa. Those cognizant with the Vedas differ in opinion as to how the followers of each of the four modes of life, viz. Guru Hasata, Bhikkhus, Brahmacharis, and Vanaprasthitas, are to conduct themselves in order to acquire religious merit. Yayati answered, these are what a Brahmachari must do. While dwelling in the abode of his preceptor, he must receive lessons only when his preceptor summons him to do so. He must attend to the service of his preceptor without waiting for the commands of the latter. He must rise from bed before his preceptor riseth. He must rise from bed before his preceptor riseth, and go to bed after his preceptor goeth thereto. He must be humble, must have his passions under complete control, must be patient, vigilant, and devoted to study. It is then only that he can achieve success. It hath been said in the oldest Upanishad that a Gurahasatana, acquiring wealth by honest means, should perform sacrifices. He should ever give in charity, should perform the rites of hospitality until all arriving at his abode, and should never use anything without giving a portion thereof to others. A Muni, without search for food, should live in the woods, depending on his own vigor, should abstain from all vicious acts, should give away in charity, should never inflict pain on any creature. It is then only that he can achieve success. He indeed is a true Bhikkhu who doth not support himself by any manual arts. He indeed is a true Bhikkhu who doth not support himself by any manual arts, who possesseth numerous accomplishments, who hath his passions under complete control, who is unconnected with all worldly concerns, who sleepeth not under the shelter of a householder's roof, who is without wife, and who, going a little way every day, travelleth over a large extent of country. A learned man should adopt the Vanaprasthita mode of life after performance of the necessary rites, when he hath been able to control his appetites for enjoyment and desire of acquiring valuable possessions. When one dieth in the woods while leading the Vanaprasthita mode of life, he maketh his ancestors and successors, numbering 10 generations, including himself, fuse with the divine essence. Ashitaka asked, how many kinds of munis are there, and how many kinds of maunis, observers of the vow of silence? Yajati answered, he indeed is a muni who, though dwelling in the woods, hath an inhabited place near, or who, though dwelling in an inhabited place, hath the woods near. Ashitaka inquired what it meant. Yayati replied, a muni, withdrawing himself from all worldly objects, liveth in the woods, and though he might never seek to surround himself with those objects that are procurable in inhabited places, he might yet obtain them all by virtue of his ascetic power. He may truly be said to dwell in the woods, having an inhabited place near to himself. Again, a wise man withdrawn from all earthly objects might live in a hamlet, leading the life of a hermit. He may never exhibit the pride of family, birth, or learning. Clad in the scantiest robes, he may yet regard himself as attired in the richest vestments. He may be content with food just enough for supporting life. Such a person, though dwelling in an inhabited place, liveth yet in the woods. The person again who, with passions under complete control, adopteth the vow of silence, refraining from action, and entertaining no desire, achieveth success. Why shouldst thou not, indeed, reverence the man who liveth on clean food, who refraineth from ever injuring others, whose heart is ever pure, who is displayed in the splendor of ascetic attributes, who is free from the leaden weight of desire, who abstaineth from injury, even when sanctioned by religion. Emaciated by austerities and reduced in flesh, marrow, and blood, such a one conquereth not only thus, but the highest world as well. And when the Muni sits in yoga meditation, becoming indifferent to happiness and misery, honor and insult. Once more. And when the Muni sits in yoga meditation, becoming indifferent to happiness and misery, honor and insult, he then liveth this world and enjoyeth communion with Brahman. When the Muni taketh food like kine and other animals, that is, without providing for it beforehand, and without any relish, then like the all-pervading spirit, he becometh identified with the whole universe, and attaineth to salvation. Okay, thank you. I'm done. I have to do my Kabbalah. Been losing power for the last 2 hours. I'm gonna do Kabbalah, eat something, and then I will chant. I have to do 10 rounds of silent chanting, and then I'll do the Hare Krishna chanting. Thank you. Have a good night. Na Shakam. Na Shabbat Shalom. Na Shabbat Shakam. Na Shabbat Shalom. And I don't do live streaming my Kabbalah rituals on Sabbath. I've learned that the hard way. It works really well when I don't live stream my Sabbath Kabbalah rituals. Have a good night. Om Namaste.